guys to go over here and say a review with the Olympic guest and Ozzy. Welcome to our podcast.
Hey. Damn. So welcome to our podcast, guys. I'm Ozzy, and I'm here with.
My name is Joshua.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
So, guys, we're gonna start the year with you and just commit to this channel and making, entertainment and just recording. And there'll be more other stuff that you will find on this channel. You will find podcasting and trivias and many more. There will be vlogs as well, just here and there. Yeah, well, so Josh, dog, did you see what happened on Champions League, bro?
Um.
Against Benfica and Real Madrid.
Yeah, I watched the game. It was 1-0, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a good game. I think the Champions League is very different compared to how it used to be many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I think now it's a good game. Real Madrid is gonna take it again.
What do you think, Junior?
About the game?
Yeah.
I don't know. Comment who you think's gonna win the Champions League.
I think Madrid's gonna win the Champions League, bro.
Madrid.
Yeah.
Hala Madrid.
But that's the thing. Question is now, what's the most overrated team in this season now?
Overrated team.
Overrated.
Man City.
Across all leagues. Or the
Top
Champions
five.
League. Champions League.
Yeah, top five. Yeah.
We're talking about the Champions League.
Yeah.
Man City.
Why Man City?
I don't like it.
Just feel like they're overrated.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say Chelsea. I would say like.
Why?
Chelsea in the Champions League.
Oh.
Are they even
Oh.
like in top five?
Oh, no. So.
Oh.
I think they, because where they now in the Premier League, they
Yeah.
like 7 somewhere there, and now they're in the Champions League. I feel like they overrated. They just need more structure. They're very good players. Don't get me wrong. But I'm a Man United fan, so it's worse. But we above them in the league. Right? Okay. Anyway.
Guys, you know what I think?
Top 4. By the way.
The most overrated is PSG.
But no, PSG's up there for a
PSG.
reason. Man. PSG's up there for a reason, I think.
No, PSG.
Luis Enrique knows what he's doing.
Oh, you can say, Arsenal is working. I know for me this season, Arsenal is working, guys. And I'm rooting for them to win the league. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a team in Premier League.
Oh, yeah, in the Premier, they need to win it.
Yeah.
They need to.
Oh, they need to.
Yeah, no, they need to win it.
Can do FIFA when I go.
No, I'm a United fan. I'm just saying because, like, they've been bottoming the league for so long. So it's just like, it's time for them to,
To win the league.
to win the league and get it over and done with.
We both Man United fans. So people are gonna say in the comments, you Man United fans. Comment down below.
Yeah, guys, I'm different. I'm a Real Madrid fan. Don't ask me about my team. Okay, Hannah. Okay. But guys, anyway, I like to look at the football now. Like the rule that I would change, like, I would, when you look at the VAR, you look at the racism. I know for me, like, when looking at the Vini situation, what happened with Cristiano and Vini, the racism issue, bruh. Number one, you find that Vini scores the goal, solo goal, and I think, and I've been saying this, for Vini is better than Mbappe, but some people kept on arguing. For what reason, I don't know. You can't just tell me about a 2018 performance for me. While Vini has been giving you 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, okay. Yeah.
So what is Mbappe doing? Nothing.
Of course. Now, of course, Bra can't even stay in the box. You saw against Asasuna.
Now, what's the question, bro?
Now, the question is, what is that one rule you would change in the football space?
In the game of football?
Yeah.
One rule I would change.
One rule.
The offside rule. I think it's ridiculous for someone to be offside by just the toe, or the tip of their toe, or the tip of their elbow. It's actually ridiculous.
Oh yeah, the precision.
So would you still have like offside in the game, just not like how these currently?
Yeah. I feel like at least half of the body
Yeah,
must be offside for it to be offside.
that's actually good, because they're actually negotiating that.
Hmm.
But don't you think it's interesting that we have a system that's supposed to stop offsides and yet we have matches where this very system is basically just useless? It's a standby.
Yeah, kinda, and I guess they're trying to change it back to normal offside in a
Yeah.
way. The way Argentina is proposing the half, that's what their FIFA is negotiating with.
Yeah,
I would say
they
changing
need to
back
bring
the
the
rules.
rules in.
Okay, so let's say what's the current rate of the way the game is going. Do you think
Yeah.
that'll actually happen, or that is just a dream at this point? Because we've seen what it's like in many important moments where a goal should have been a goal, it's something else, and we have a VAR system that's supposed to tell us that this is the decision, this is the way it's supposed to be, but that's not what's happening in a match sometimes.
I don't think they're going to change it. I don't feel like they will. Maybe after the World Cup, because the World Cup is going to be a very tense tournament.
The
So-
viewership, so there's gonna be a lot of opinions being shared. They might change it, they might not change it. You know how FIFA is. Unless Messi speaks,
Yeah, hey,
then they'll change it.
FIFA's boy.
Yeah, unless Messi. Yeah, what do you got to say there, Josh? Yeah. You hate hearing that, eh?
One rule I would change.
Yeah.
I think penalties. I think I'll change the distance of the penalty spot. I feel like because why players when they take penalties they're allowed to do like stutter run ups, they're allowed to jump before they kick the ball. And on the goalkeepers and his feet can't go off the line. So if his feet go off the line, he must take another penalty. I think if the ball is farther away, then it will make it a bit more fair for goalkeepers. But yeah, I think I would change it.
So like change it like how?
Like just to move the penalty spot a bit further away from goal.
You? You?
It's like you're disagreeing.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, guy. I'm just like, now is it really a penalty now?
Yeah, it's still a penalty, just further distance.
Which
Now
penalty
it's
is
a
it?
bit more difficult for the player because he can still jump and start and make the keeper dive. But now he has a further distance to shoot.
Yeah,
So it makes it even.
Yeah.
I guess what I think.
Isn't like a penalty a set piece in the box?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it'll still be in the box. But it's still a penalty.
Just a bit further.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not hearing this rule, man. I'm not hearing
anyway.
it. Yeah. And even your offside thing, I think Junior's one, I would say for me, in my opinion, is valid. Yeah, well.
Okay.
So do you? Because now you are saying VAR is hurting football.
No, yeah, they've ruined it, most definitely.
Ruined it.
Yeah, it has ruined football in a way. It's not. It's like where wrong. How will I put it? You score a late winner. You're celebrating. They're like, pause. Let's look at VAR. Now the excitement is gone. The atmosphere has now, ish. So now you are.
Oh, when it's against you, you wanna change it.
No, this is just football in general, bro. Like it's just.
You're a Man United fan, bro. You're like crooks.
I'm not.
But to be fair, was there's no way you haven't had an issue against the in a match that came down to your favorite team.
Bro, I support Madrid. Of course, I have many times.
Exactly. So you should be able to understand his perspective.
Yeah. I'm not.
VAR has been a system that should have been able to fix a lot of the issues that come down with the match. Right now, like I did say, I talked to someone about this, a friend of mine, Kego. I said, dude, football is not what it used to be. We're watching people who come into the field and play as actors instead of football players. You literally fall over and one touch you. What's that? Is that football or is that acting? VAR is supposed to fix those problems, and yet we still have a problem in the football.
So
we look up to these people and we still have acting
okay,
on the big
but that's the thing now. Now here's my chat. Kahle, it's not VAR that's the problem. It's the people that are managing the VAR.
I guess so. I don't know how it really works, but if it's them, then yeah.
Because it's video assistant referees. They are just using the footage that they are getting live from the game and making decisions from that. There have been instances where I would use my favorite player, Vini, has been kicked in the box, pure foul, but it wasn't called for. Even the VAR didn't alert the ref, or maybe the ref ignored the VAR. Or yay, you gotta check that. We do have an incident there. there was contact there. You get what I mean? So it's actually the people that are inside those rooms who are making decisions and helping the ref making a decision for the whether it's offside, it's penalty, handball, whatever it is. You get what I mean? So basically, it's not really. I would say, in my opinion, VAR is helping football because you are now because back then in the 1960s, you'd find Wayne Rooney the 1990s, you'd find Wayne Rooney the like 3 meters behind the defender. You get what I mean? And the ref wouldn't call that out because of whatever reason. Then Rooney scores. You get what I mean? But now you're getting live footage where it tells you, okay, fine, this person was off the line. And I think this helps players it helps players with their reaction, with their precision, with the runs. It helps them with a lot. You get what I mean? So I think it is helping football. It's just that the people that are in the VAR things, that's what we need to change.
I mean, I wasn't speaking from a United, a United fan perspective. I was speaking as a football fan.
Relax.
No, no, no. I get want to finish what I was saying earlier.
Get you though.
So what I was saying is that from a football fan's perspective,
Ah.
I do not enjoy the matches anymore as I used to before because of VAR and because of how they ruin moments that are meant to be special moments in the game.
Yeah.
It's just they've taken the joy out of watching a football game. It's not just VAR, there's other things as well involved. But then with VAR, in a way it's needed, but in a way it's not needed. I don't know.
It has its pros and its cons.
It has its pros and its cons, but the cons are more. Right, like that man, what's his name? Fabrizio. Remember when we were kids, when we were, when transfer news came in, we didn't know.
You be surprised, like,
yeah, you know, on the day he's there by the club that he is transferred.
Now he's just
the
telling
day
everyone.
Mesut also went to Arsenal. It was a live reaction. Now we know about transfers 2 days before they happen or 2 days before they are confirmed. There's a lot of things that have ruined. Yeah, football. Yeah.
You agree, Josh?
I agree.
Ah, hey.
To a certain extent, I think VAR, it brings its pros and its cons. It helps, like you say, with live footage accuracy of referees.
In time they're not accurate.
But also at the same time, like you say, experience being in a stadium, VAR like crushing your experience from you screaming to being saved.
Yeah, like bro.
But you learn a lesson, bruh. Be precise on your run. Make it least. Like I said, it's not really about the system. It's about the people that are managing the system. Never. And there's something I want to touch on now. When it comes to the sports science and football, very quick. Now, what we've seen in the game here, Sundowns and Orlando Pirates, my biggest indicator from that game was players getting cramps, players leaving injured. That's one thing. I saw at least 3 to 4 players leaving the pitch because of cramps and injury. So now we have to come to the load management when it comes to training these players, their bodies and stuff. Even with the recovery cycles, do you think now maybe this will be an obvious conversation, anything now, for FIFA to decrease the amount of games that players have? Because of it also, when you look at a player, it's not just a football player just playing, like how you would play one ball or anything like that. Like they are there at work. When they go there for 2 to 4 hours. You get what I mean?
I think they shouldn't really decrease the number of games. I think instead of having a certain amount of players, get more players at the club. That way, players will have time to rest because there's other players playing for the club. Let's say, for instance, a club has like 22 players and they're playing the league, they're playing a cup game, they're playing different leagues. They're gonna get tired if they have games every week because there's only 22 of them. Now, if a club has maybe 44, double that, then players can still have rest and games can still proceed because at the end of the day, there's a lot of money in this industry.
But that's the thing. Okay, sharp. I hear your point. But now look at it from a coach or management perspective type of thing. You have Josh, the superstar. after you have Ozzy, Nkomo, ass on the pitch. Ne? And you are playing a final or you are playing the most important tournament. Boom, Josh gets cramps, is injured or whatever. And in fact, not even you don't even get cramps, you don't even get injured. But now all of a sudden, boom, you have to think about that competition that you're playing. Will I sub Josh for a player that is ass on the pitch that'll cost me
But
anything?
that's where scouting comes in. You have to have quality in depth. You're not gonna bring a, a not good player to come into a team when you know that one of your best players is gonna get injured and you're gonna put a not good player in. You wanna recruit quality so that when someone does get injured, there's still quality at the
You
club.
still have effective players.
Okay.
But remember, with certain clubs, you can get quality players from other clubs, right? But when they get to a certain club, their performance goes down. The star player that once was there, that fans came for, and the loyalty they have with that one star player starts decreasing because his performance is just bad now.
I
How does
guess
a coach deal with that now?
that comes down to obviously, new environment, new club, getting used to things. Obviously, you have new teammates, a new coach. The coach's job is to obviously make the player feel welcome, feel like he's part of something, a project. I think from there, then a player would gain confidence to be their best self again. It's just a matter of you changing your environment, new things.
Now, wow, okay.
Even if that's the case, what about in situations of people like Papa? Papa was seen as one of the best players at once upon a time. He went to the club, we expected so much after seeing the way he played at Juventus. What happened? He didn't fulfill his potential. Same thing with Vinicius. At some point, he even got off the field. We haven't seen him in a long time, then he went to Barcelona, now his potential is being fulfilled. So clearly, it's not just about the environment, it's what's being done in the environment.
Yeah, but
the player that literally dictates whether that player's potential is going to grow and whether they're going to keep
also how the player reacts to a situation. For instance, Paul Pogba, he probably had a big head, he probably thought he's the man, he got injured. It's all about your attitude as a player within the club. So I think it comes down to what happens to you, yes, your experience in the club, but also your attitude about it. How are you gonna change that? How are you gonna make it better for yourself?
Okay, so what do you say to the allegations at the time that there were allegations, if I'm not mistaken, that the coach actually didn't like Papa at all at some point?
Yeah, I
There
think
was a literal feud between both the coach and the player. So
probably
in that situation, a player can't develop and continue from the place that they started in,
They'll be
to where they need
demotivated.
to go and where the fans expect the player to be, if the coach is not going to give this player time.
it comes down to both of them having an ego. Pogba and the manager probably just had both two egos. He wanted his way, he wanted his way. That's why also as a player you need to know your role in the club. If a manager says this, he's the manager, he's the coach, run with it.
Guys,
No,
don't be
it's-
afraid to name drop the manager. I know the manager.
Jose Mourinho,
No, man, when you say the manager,
Because Jose Mourinho
drop the
and Pogba.
name, Baba. Drop the name.
Yeah.
It's obvious. It's out there. There's
Let's
no
remember-
allegedly.
But remember, these players have egos because they
They
get
get-
paychecks.
Exactly.
Ooh,
Exactly.
and now do you think
So
for now?
attitude matters because
Ooh.
while you're getting paid a lot of money, you probably might, you have to think you're the best. You have to think you're up there, but also have a certain sense of humbleness.
But that's the thing, bro. Like if I'm getting paid 10 million per week, nah, at a very young age, 23, 26, 19, 20. Hence why Lamine Yamal was also like that at some point. You get what I mean? So now my question now, just to sidetrack a bit, do you think players are overplayed for profit?
Yeah, most
Probably
definitely.
some of them, yeah.
Most definitely.
Overpaid or overplayed?
Overplayed.
Yeah, probably.
Like players like you. Hence, this is a point that I made with a friend of mine. Where you look at players like your Mbappe, you look at players like your Vini, you look at players like your Haaland. There's a reason why they are playing these players. Even though, like, you can see the form, or
It doesn't make sense.
yeah, but you get to realize, oh, the contract that are involved with this, it's the rights, the image rights, or anything like that, or marketing rights. So the player being there, you are also a product, a sellable product. You get what I mean?
So basically, the idea being the more the players being played, the more revenue is being generated.
Exactly, yeah. Because you are an asset to the club basically. So even if let's say you look at La Liga and Mbappe, ne, there's what that are broadcasting the broadcasting channels in Spain for the fact that they have Mbappe like this. It's a price. You get what I mean?
Money, and then there's also brand awareness. There's brands that want to work with that one player, which means the club is also getting something from that brand deal. So it's always having the face of the club that generates money, and it all comes back to players are always going to be overpaid because I mean, right now, I think last week we were having a conversation, someone was saying that Nike is quiet right now. And which means they're looking for the new face of Nike, which means all these soccer players, there's going to be one that's going to be chosen, even in the Olympics. So they're going to find someone who is going to perform better than everyone else, and they're going to make sure that all the clubs and wherever they go, they're wearing the same merchandise, and it's gonna get people to go buy. People are gonna be crazy. Sales are gonna go up high, skyrocketing.
Okay, so coming down to extending to her, who do you guys think Nike will end up choosing? Not just in soccer, across all sports. Because there is potential. There is potential. So it's a question of who do you guys think in your minds when you think about someone who's going to act as the biggest ambassador of Nike now, who's going to become the face? Who do you think is going to be chosen?
Not even like chosen, but replaced type of thing. Like you'd find someone who is from Adidas, New Balance, Under Armour, signing with Nike now. You get what I
So
mean?
you think there's going to be a poaching?
There will be a poaching.
Probably Mbappe, bro.
Mbappe is
Will
Nike.
be the face of Nike.
But no, Vini and Mbappe, they are Nike because that's why they are pushing the Mbappe tour right now. There's a tour that Nike is planning for Mbappe. Yeah, well, but the player that I think Nike will poach is Endrick.
Reasoning?
He's not gonna go to Nike.
I'm telling you,
He's not gonna go to Nike.
Reasoning?
bro. Like it's just you look at. I don't know if this point is valuable, but like you look at how Nike players play. You have Vinny high skill, high dribble, pace. Mbappe high pace, high dribble shooting. Ronaldo high pace, dribble shooting. Like there's a pattern of how these players play. So now if you look at Endrick, it's the same product. It's the same product. Because if you look at their ads, rapid, speed, skill.
But now, with you pointing out that pattern, there's a part of the mold that doesn't fit. Because if you look at the face of those who you've just mentioned, Vinicius, Mbappe, Ronaldo, one thing is in common across all these people, they are really well known. Like you will never ever find yourself in a position where someone doesn't probably know of those people. Right? But what about the player you just mentioned? Is it the same?
Yeah, he's well. I think for me, Enric is well known in the football space so far. You get what I mean? Like well known across all leagues and stuff.
So
Well,
let's say you went outside to ask someone, do you think that agrees? Because I think that's what determines it as well. Because there's no one you could go to and ask about Ronaldo and they wouldn't give you necessarily an opinion about him. It shows you he's a big face. Same with Mbappe. Same with Vinicius. They're big faces. So that's what I'm saying. In this case, it's not about having a biased opinion, but actually looking out there and seeing who the people actually might want to be chosen. Who's the next face? It's not about what we think. It's about what might actually happen. Who has the potential to
what do
be
you
the next
think?
face?
What do you think it is?
Probably Mbappe.
I have no one.
Mbappe is Nike.
I have
Exactly.
no one in mind.
Mbappe and Vini, like, they're already like the face of Nike when it comes to that.
Don't you put Yamal there? Yamal
Yamal is Adidas.
is Adidas. He might leave it. What if
Because he
Nike
did
offers
say,
him more?
because he did say poaching is a very serious possibility.
That's a good one.
But the thing is, a lot of people are with Adidas now.
Yeah.
They're not with
Because
Nike.
Adidas
Because
can
remember,
manage
Nike was
players.
soccer boots
Mm.
and shirt liners and whatever. It's no more there. Now they go for hockey. How does that make sense? They're making hockey boots and hockey sticks, but no one wants to buy it because they don't trust them. They keep it quiet for now. They're just making people go. That's why everyone's with Adidas, with Predator.
I would say there's another reason why they are with Adidas. Adidas knows how to manage their players.
And it's not the money.
It's
That's a
not.
story
Yeah,
for
well,
another day.
Adidas knows how to manage their players. When it comes to Nike, bro, you've had instances where Ronaldo fought with the directors and the sponsor of Nike. You've had instances where Vini fought with Nike about the contracts, the deals, and everything that he's
Also, you
getting.
can't say certain things and post
Exactly.
certain things because if you do, then they drop you.
They dropped the contract is off,
See how many
and
people they dropped because of that.
yeah, well, and Mina, my question is, where is Nike in all this? When obviously, like, just to divert debate, like the racism thing for Vini, there's no defense or anything like that. But you would see because of Adidas is all across sports. You get what I mean? You would see Adidas protecting, doing this, doing this, doing that, doing all campaigns to show, hey, this is not what we stand for. Come to Pride, Adidas is there. Come to any other events, Adidas is there. We saw Club World Cup, they promoted even certain things as well. You get what I mean? So that's why it's about really like the managing certain things. And
Also, the character of the players.
it's also just like about that. Now coming to near the sponsorships and everything, you look at Hey George, bro. Hey, bro, do you think AI is helping in football, bro?
How how is it
AI.
involved in football?
AI, like the tracking, GPS tracking, the stats, keeping statistics and analyzing.
That's cool.
What?
I
I don't know
think
anything
that
about
is
that.
helping. It makes analytics and statistics much more accurate. But at the same time, it's also taking away jobs from people. So pros and cons.
But that's the thing. Like, I'm gonna be a businessman here. Yeah. I'm gonna be a business advocate here. Number one, you look at if I'm selling. Now, let's say my brand is JHBAI Sport. Ne? I'm analyzing performance, tracking stats, and tracking heat maps, whatever. Ne? Now, if you go to a person will give you a creative idea. Hore, I think if you look at his run, he's running like this, maybe he might run like that, or but AI will give you like that precision and accuracy to say, okay, if he's running like this and you see at this time he ran at this pace, what I think you should do one, two, three. And what would businesses want? If you look at La Liga, if I go to La Liga and poach, if I go to Premier League, if I go to Orlando Pirates, whatnot, for stats and for accuracy, what do you think they will go for? Are they still gonna choose the person who says, "Uti, no, I am a performance analyst or I'm an analytic or whatever, data analytic or whatever," or would they just want the model that'll give them the best accuracy and precision, even with
I think
calculations and
they
everything?
would always want the best.
Exactly.
Every business wants the best.
So do you think Nakona ne, you would sure you would look at jobs, bruh, but it's jobs. You know, I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman. I'm looking better because of that's why you can say jobs because you can on the other hand, that's the thing. On the other hand, you can look at someone who's saying who's gonna be like an advocate for jobs, an advocate for people to start working. Ne? But on the other side of the bucket, there's always someone who's looking to make money.
Hmm.
Wow, what do you think they care about?
Okay, about money.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
But how do you know AI is the best option out of someone who has studied to be a performance analyst?
But you create
They're just
engines
telling
and
you it's the best, but how do you know it's the best?
you create models and engines that
Okay.
do that work that the same person just would do.
But
So-
remember, also with football, it's like fashion. Whatever trends, they follow. It's about the traffic.
Mm.
What gets out there quicker.
Okay.
Why are you smiling? This guy's- Josh is gonna be like this.
cheers, guys.
So I have a question, and I want to hear your opinion on this, right? And what you think. So the question is, if AI could predict injuries with 54% better accuracy than any wearable you could get, do you think that leagues should mandate them, or do you think this would be a potential invading of players' privacy? So think about it. If AI could predict the chances of a player getting an injury by more than 54%, basically meaning it is a very likelihood that the player could get injured. Even just via wearables, meaning
I
the
don't.
accuracy is higher. Do you think it should be mandated? Or do you
It's
think it
not.
would
It's
cause a
not
problem?
necessarily invading privacy because it's just warning you about a risk.
Yeah.
So
But in what way would it invade the player's privacy?
I mean,
Because it's saying via wearables, meaning tracking technology, something they are wearing on their person consistently
Oh, yeah,
that will
no.
keep track.
it's not really invading privacy. It's not listening to anything, or it doesn't have a camera that's watching you.
I feel like it should be what at practice or like while they're at the training
Or you know that
facilities.
it helps the coach also know if a player should just be benched.
Yeah, because you have to think about it.
Get concussed. So yeah, I think wearing it in a game would be fine.
But not at home.
Not at home, not when you're doing your personal things. Training, yes, like where they wear the tracker sports bras and that. Add that in. Then the coach can say, okay, please practice, like fix your knee or something.
and the
Like
AI could help with
focus on
that.
your knee while the others are playing soccer or something to prevent the injury. I think that's better.
Yeah.
So there's no invading of privacy.
No, you just wear it to playing and to training.
But
So
what if
let's-
I'm after I'm like I'm back from training? Then what?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's on you, though.
That's
I
on
mean,
you as a
that's on
player.
you. Where's your
Yes,
discipline?
there is no
career.
There is no. That's why I was going to ask this next question. It says they should be tracked via wearable. If we're saying that it's not going to be an invasion of their privacy if they're using it at practice, let's say because if they're not wearing it at practice, a coach is not able to check what's happening outside of the pitch, right? What do you think the implications could be, and what type of wearable do you think they should be using that will track enough metrics for the coach to know whether they're making the right decisions when it comes to the pitch?
I have nothing in mind.
I would
just
say
feel like they need to be disciplined as a player. You're a professional.
yeah,
You need to do what you need to do.
it goes to like that's the only extent you can actually go to. You get what I mean? Because otherwise you'd have to see what happens. At the another point is just with the player has their own control. Yeah, but like
I can't hear me. You work so hard now when you're a professional. Now you wanna go do cocaine and drink beer after training. Like all your hard work is
That's what I'm saying.
but that's what players do. That's the reality though.
You see, that's what I'm saying. So if that is the case, what wearable should they be using that will be able to track these metrics so that the coach knows what's happening?
Can I put it in the business side first and then I'll answer that? One, put it in their contracts that they need to understand 24/7. So you can have enough data. At least for a whole week when you guys are practicing, they wear maybe a watch or have a chip in their shoe, their soccer boots, something so that you can get enough data so you can see. And then I think make it a mandate that even when they're going to play a game somewhere out of the province or out of the country, make them wear that watch or that chip so that you can see. Even if you want to put them inside their arms, put a chip there, check like a placebo or something, just to check if they're doing the right thing. Because I mean, with the rugby, they always check, they're always doing drug tests. So with the soccer, it needs to be implemented. It must be a law in their contracts. Because you can't have a player who is drinking and driving, doing drugs and all these other things without you not knowing as a coach. I mean, we've had, who's this? In the music industry, Juju, who ran over kids. And no one had control over that. The whole social media knew about it and even went to jail for it. So in the sports industry, it needs to be a law where coaches make it a serious thing where the players actually read their contracts and they go according to their contracts and not just be having these big egos telling themselves that they get bigger paychecks than their coaches, that they know everything. Make them realize that you're just another number, you're just a player in the club. You have to listen to what I'm saying because I'm trying to protect you. I'm your guardian when you're with me. So I think that would be best.
I would enforce that in South Africa specifically.
Yeah.
Because we do hang around professional players
Professional
and
players are alcoholics.
relax. Hey,
But
不要睡
we
着。
have to invade
but
personal life.
ish,
Because now,
brother.
what if I want to go out with my people and have a drink? Now I must be tracked by coach. But of course, yes, there is like drug test in every sport.
Yeah,
Like it's unexpected. You won't know when. So yeah, just do it.
yeah.
Don't force me to wear something else.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I would agree to an extent with Muniso where you put it in their contracts. I would say in South Africa, that's actually what needs to be done. You get what I mean? Because guess what? If you go to Europe, that's what they are actually doing. There's gadgets that they wear that track for their injury prevention. You know that inflatable whatnot. Yes, the club does sometimes provide those things. They do have those type of equipments. That's why even Pep made that statement. I think it's quite obvious to this as well, where he said, "I will after Christmas I will be checking your diet." And where Foden was seen like he's in a scary movie about Donnarumma's weight, you know, like it's that type of thing. That's very, and that's an obvious indication to tell you because even at home, they do track these people. They do track what Haaland, you're gonna eat this much protein. You get what I mean? Rodri, you're gonna eat this much protein. You're gonna eat this much. You're gonna that they do track them because of they also have those systems in place where they have chefs cooking for them, nutritionists. They telling them, "Oh, for your faster recovery, you need to eat this. You need to eat that." You get what I mean? So even that it tells you that okay, fine, we're gonna even if you're at home, we are gonna be checking. Then I think it's not really a strong hand. You get what I mean? But it's something that okay, let's just have your information. But it's not a strong hand to say, hey, you're supposed to do this, because you find it where you find sometimes you find Jack Grealish. He was seen walking with a Heineken, and he said it's a zero alcohol Heineken. Yeah, well, you find players that are in clubs, and it's just a picture. We don't know what happens after that picture. 15 bottles of Don Julio, you shy, who knows? You get what I mean? It's not a strong hand, but it's more like, okay, we need to know. You get what I mean? So that we know what's best for you. We know what in this role that we bought you for, this is the amount of fitness we want. This is the amount of weight we want. This is the amount of work rate we want. This is the type of kilometers you need to run. This is the amount of sprints, number of sprints that you need to run in this position. You get what I mean? This is the amount of kilometers you need to hit, respiratory system, whatever. You get what I mean? There's people that are actually tracking the performance analysis that are going to that extent, where they are pinpointing each and everything, and they are putting that in practices, in training for those players. So that as well is instilled in, the higher ups, the top five leagues, the football clubs that have a lot of money that to fund that.
Let's say in football standing, let's say if we apply the policy, the rules and policies that come with the contracts that Europeans employ, do you think it could be detrimental to the culture of football that we've come to know, which, in my opinion, I do not think very highly of? Or do you think it would be very beneficial? And if so, in what way? Because we can be honest, European contracts are very strict because there is a very mandated standard on understanding that when you are signing onto something, if you're signing onto our brand and you're going to need to meet our expectations, which means not messing up what training we're giving you, because the training we're giving you is necessary for you to reach a certain point. You can only reach that point if you're eating well, if you're doing the right things, if you're following the system. But as soon as you break the system, even the results we expect you to get with everything we've done for you won't be matched. So do you think that putting in place European standards and contracts for South African players would improve football standard in South Africa, or it would damage it to some degree?
It would improve it. Definitely.
Do you think there'd be resistance on some level?
There will be resistance.
Then there shouldn't be professional.
There will be resistance, of course. You know, because it's like a business trying to say, hey, we're in charge of your life. You get what I mean? There will be some resistance. Let's just wait because the door will. Alright. Okay. Now, what I'm saying, like, there will be resistance, of course, because it's a change. But this would improve the South African standard of football when it comes to fitness, everything. Because if you check now, ne, I feel like when it comes to athletes in South Africa, rugby players are putting in a good image. They are a very good example to society on how you should behave. You get what I mean? Rugby players. Rugby players. Yeah.
Can Johnny agree?
Like, for example, you find rugby players, bro, like besides their Kolisi, they promote Pelauti, one wife, family, they promote unity, they promote all of these things. Not buffet, but the South African soccer players they are promoting.
Yeah, that's not us.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you see what I'm saying?
Okay, so
It would be.
let's put it this way, right? We can understand that some of these, because the thing is, you're bringing up some of the things that they participate in, like sponsorships and everything, right? And as much as I understand that that's the case, that's not their real life. They're doing that for the money. That's something they're putting forward because, let's be honest, if you have a manager who's managing your career, that manager will always want to better your image because bettering your image will always mean
more revenue,
more money, more sponsors, more opportunities. So it's a question of if we're tracking based on the sponsorships that these people get and the things they're involved in, are we really checking and vetting whether these players are actually good influences for the people who are watching them? Or are we fooling ourselves? Because we can't say that all of them have chosen what programs to participate in, what sponsorships to even deal with, what companies to collaborate with.
Yeah. I mean, we can say we are fooling ourselves to a certain extent. We can believe what we see. Oh, wow, this person is promoting unity, family, what. Until the cameras are off, then they're like, "Fuck you, bitch." God, you get what I mean? So we can, and I think even with that, we can give ourselves some grace. So we can actually fool ourselves, guys, because of number one. It's kind of like if someone doesn't show you something, then that means you don't need to know. But if someone shows you something, you need to know. You get what I mean? Like they bringing it up forth. So if they are showing us family unity and all that type of stuff, these are the stuff that we need to know and embrace in our culture, in our society. Yeah, well, and whatever happens privately, yeah, then that's their business. You get what I mean? So it's that type of thing. We can fool ourselves to a certain extent. Yeah, well, guys. So, welcome back to our podcast. We have Josh, zoned out, spaced out, cloud nine. I'm kidding. We don't do that here. Yeah, well, we are freestyle. We have. What are you doing?
Yeah?
What are you doing?
I'm alive and breathing. I don't know.
We have Junior. We have Tute here. Yes, Golf 7 as Pitori. Hey. Golf 7 as Pitori, really. I'm here. So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for watching. And we will see you guys on the next one. We'll be sure. Stay tuned in. There'll be trivias and everything just being posted. Don't worry, we got you with entertainment.
Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye bye. And share.
Yes. Okay, peace.
Guys, let's end on a high note, man.
George. George sticks to the script, bruh. What happened to the teenagers? Yeah, you know, I'm looking at that thing.